Anthony, one of the things I've learned about mixed martial arts is it's not the destination, it's the journey. And when you think about your journey and where you are at this point of your mixed martial arts career, do you get to look back and see everything that you've accomplished during the WEC, the UFC, and now where you are right now?
Yeah, that's one thing. You know, your past doesn't pay your future. No matter what you did in your past, you still have to put the work in for the fights that are in front of you. And I got a tough guy in front of me. Max Holloway is going to be a very game opponent, and I'm excited about it. You know, the WEC belt was something I set out to accomplish. I accomplished it. UFC belt, accomplished it. Now a new weight class, I'm going to accomplish this as well.
One of the things I heard about Max Holloway is that he'll be able to bring out the best in Anthony Pettis, that, you know, because of his specific style and because of some of the other fighters that they knew what you're capable of, the idea is to shut you down. Whereas this is somebody that will engage you and hopefully bring out some of the fancy things that we've seen. How do you look at this fight?
I look at this fight as a test for me. You know, getting back down to 45, having a better performance than I did last time, having a better weight cut, being healthier, and fighting 5 rounds. Look at all these 45ers. I mean, the guy John Ho Cho, Cub Swanson, they're not my size, and they haven't done what I did. Even, you know, this guy over here, bigger featherweight for the division, but he's not going to be. Even if he was a wrestler, he's not holding me down. Like at lightweight, maybe they're bigger than me. I had the disadvantage. These guys can't hold me down. They're not gonna outwork me on the ground. My submissions are there. My striking's always been there. So I feel like I have a huge advantage over all these featherweights.
When you hear all the hype machine talking about 9-fight winning streak and this and that for Max Holloway, do you look at that and go, none of those guys are me?
Put my last 9 fights to his last 9 fights and tell me one guy he would beat in that division.
So you don't look at stats, you don't look at any of that stuff. Obviously, everything it's a new day.
No, you know what? None of that matters because, you know, when I was the champ, I was believing the hype, and I was like, you know what? I'm on this win streak. I'm invincible. I'm unstoppable. And then a guy like Rafael Dos Anjos comes out of nowhere. Probably was going to get cut back in the UFC. He worked his way up to a title shot. So styles make fights, and game plans, you know, help you win the fights. And I think right now I focus on a great game plan to beat this guy for 3 rounds. Now we pushed it to 5 rounds. There's even 10 more minutes to beat this guy.
Don't you feel, because of the journey that you're on, you talk about the Rafael Dos Anjos fight, you believe that you're a better fighter today after losing to Rafael Dos Anjos? Aren't those things kind of important to go on this journey?
Yeah, I mean, at that time, you don't feel that way. At that time, you're embarrassed in front of the world, and you feel like, what did I do? How did that happen? And then you go against Eddie Alvarez, and he holds you down in the cage, and then Edson Barboza is supposed to be a striking fight, and I'm supposed to win, and then I start getting in my head about my striking. It was a weird time for me. You know, I feel like I just lost focus of what I'm good at. I knock people out, and if they try to take me down, I submit them, and that's what I can bring to this featherweight division.
What's the idea of growth for you? Because I think if most people, you know, any of the casual fans, the media, they look at you pretty complete. You wrestle, you submit guys, you knock guys out, but it's impossible to master things. Perfection is impossible in martial arts. How do you get there? What's the goal? If you can't attain perfection, how do you know you're doing the right thing?
On the pursuit of perfection. I mean, that's all you can do is pursue perfection. If I can blend in my striking with my wrestling, with my jiu-jitsu, no one can stop me out there. And when my mental is on point, I feel like I'm invincible, and I'm starting to get that back. I mean, with the win against Oliveira, for sure, I felt his strength. Another guy cutting down from 55, he wasn't nowhere near the strength of 155er, you know, in the lightweight division. So I feel like I have that confidence to go out there, let anything I want to go, and I can get off my back.
Izzy said you're the master of blending things. So that's the key to victory in mixed martial arts. Has that been easy for you to tie everything together?
Against lighter guys, yes. I mean, when you're going against a bigger guy, you know, I was sparring Askren and Tyron Woodley for my lightweight fights, and it's hard to blend these things because they have these styles and these bodies that can stop that. But when you got a guy in front of you that's your same size and you can muscle around, it's easy to blend it. You know, from a high kick to a submission to a takedown is easy to do.